today's video, we are talking about some questions to be asking yourself if you are interested in starting a Teachers Pay Teachers store. So you might be someone just thinking about it, which I've actually had questions related to starting a store, which hence this video. Or you may have your store for about 6 months, even a year, and starting to question the work and is this worth it and things like that. So we are going to talk about that. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, my name is Lorianne, and if you are new to this channel, welcome. Here at It's All Primary, we talk teacher side hustles, in particular, Teachers Pay Teachers and Boom. And before I get started, I've had a couple questions asking me about if I would give an update on the SEO bootcamp that I went to. It's not over, and my brain has been swimming a little bit. There are things that I've already been sharing just from my own knowledge about SEO that has been confirmed that I'm doing things the right way, and therefore I'm teaching you the right things, which is excellent. But there are things that I was not aware of, and just these little things, and they can make such a difference. A couple videos back, I was sharing how I took some suggestions from one of Kristen's emails, and by changing one word, I got onto the first page of Teachers Pay Teachers for that keyword. And she talked about how to get on more keywords, that first page, and things like that. And so I did sign up for one of her SEO courses, mainly because I want to start doing this on my website as well. I've been writing blogs now for a year, and some of them are ranking, some of them are nowhere to be found. So I'm hoping that her SEO course will help me with that. And I'll give you some more update on the SEO as I make changes. I'm doing a power work weekend again this coming weekend, because with the SEO bootcamp, that was almost an hour each night. I also joined the VIP, so I actually got a product reviewed, which was excellent. And that's been sometimes an hour to an hour and a half. Not every night, but some of those nights. So I'm exhausted. It's crazy. And I have a professional development that I'm started. So I'm filming this video actually late. I normally film on Wednesdays. It is Friday. Tomorrow this uploads, right? So I got to film and edit tonight. So it's a full day. I'm doing a Pro-D in the same time, and I think a cat's going to come into the picture pretty quick. No? Oh, she went behind. You didn't quite see her. Anyways, so let's talk about 5 questions. Maybe before you start that Teachers Pay Teachers store, maybe you are a couple months in and it's still a good time to ask yourself these questions. Number 1. You can do this. You can do this. This was the biggest message I took away when I watched a webinar before I started my TPT store. It was a webinar by Kayse Morris, and she kept saying, you can do this. And her belief in me creating a store was bigger than my belief. But I want to be that messenger to you too. You can do this. There is a lot ahead of you, but if you can put your head down and just make products, you can do this and you can make sales. And I do not consider myself a creative person whatsoever, though I'm starting to believe that now. But for the longest time, I never thought. It's one reason why I didn't even start a TPT store maybe 5, even 10 years ago, because I did not think I was creative enough to make products. When I make products for my class, they're boring. They are boring. And I thought, I can't sell these on Teachers Pay Teachers. They're boring. I mean, they work, but they're boring. So I've learned to pretty them up just a little. I don't go overly cute. But maybe that's something you're thinking of. Maybe you're thinking, I can't make pretty things. Honey, I'm there with you. or son, I'm there with you. It's one of these things you learn. And there are there's buyers out there that want the pretty things, and there's buyers out there that just want a product and to get it done. You can make them both, okay? So you can do this. Number 2, You can build this free, or you can put money into it. I think either way, this business is going to cost you. And it is the same for every business out there. You have to put money in. You have to make that investment. If you want to treat this as a hobby, you can do this pretty much with, very little investment, except maybe your time to make the products. But somewhere along the line, things are going to cost you. They just will. Whether that be going from a basic membership to a premium membership, maybe that is in buying some fonts, maybe that is getting someone to design a logo for you. There are costs somewhere. Maybe you want to take a TPT course, or maybe you want to take an SEO course, like I took a Bootcamp, right? But somewhere along the line, there will be costs. And if the costs aren't with you, buying things, it's going to cost you with fees and things like that. There's always fees somewhere along the line. And again, if you choose to be a basic seller over a premium seller, well, TPT is going to take more money from your product. So for example, if your product is $1, you're going to lose. Okay, I just had to quickly double check on the TPT website because I just drew a blank. But if you decide to do this as free as possible, you become a basic seller. If you have a $1 product, when it sells, TPT will only give you 55 cents, but you're still thinking, hey, that's not bad. But then because the product is under $3, they will also take a 30-cent processing fee. So your 55 cents just became 25 cents on every dollar. So these are little things that you need to be thinking about. If you're only going to put one or two products up, maybe you don't want to have a premium membership right away. But again, if you are going to think of this as a business and a serious business, you might want to consider paying the $59.95 a year premium membership, and then you get 80% as opposed to 55%, and then it's only 15 cents if your product is under $3. And I think that's right. Let me double check. Yes. So, like I said, there are fees. And if you want to know more about that, post a question down below and I would be happy to answer that. I can also direct you to a blog post that I made all on the costs of starting a Teachers Pay Teacher store. Okay, number three. This one's a big one. Make a plan. I think what ends up happening with most people is that they decide, hey, I'm going to start a TPT store. And then they just randomly throw up products and they wait to see the sales show up. Nope. I did that. I mean, I still wanted to make a certain amount of money, but I wasn't really being intentional with the products that I was putting up, other than I picked a niche, and picking a niche or niche is important, especially if you want people to return. You want those return buyers. But making a plan is huge if you want serious money in this business. And what do I mean by that is, do reverse engineering. How much money do you want to make on your TPT store? Do you want to make $100? Do you want to make $1,000? Do you want to make $10? What do you want to make? And then ask yourself, what do I need to create to get that? So for example, let's say you want to make $50 a month. You're just about to start and you're thinking, I'd like to break that $50 a month in the next few months. So let's talk about your products. What are you going to make and how many sales are you going to need to make that $50? For example, my first 10 products, their average price of them was about $455. Now, so if I wanted to make $50, I was going to need to make between 10 and 15 sales of those products in order to make $50. So that's going to tell you what kind of product that you're going to need to make. Not the specific product you need to make, but if you're thinking, okay, I need to make a $5 product, what's going to be in that $5 product? And you need to do some research. You need to do research on what are people buying at the time. Maybe you might want to start with something seasonal, but you don't want to start right now when it's Halloween season, making Halloween products. Right now is a good time to be creating Christmas And just recently on my notifications, I saw at least 20, 25 Christmas products already posted right now. So you want to be working ahead. If you have a plan, then it will help direct your decisions on what to make. And again, the price point of what you're making. Because making products and just hoping that they're going to sell is probably the most frustrating thing that you can do. Because then you're at the mercy of buyers. And you don't want to be that. You want to be able to go in to search, type something up, and know that you are on the first page. The chances of you getting a sale when you are on the first page is huge. So that is why keywords are really important. And I've got lots of other videos for you to check out. And again, if you need if you have more questions about keywords, pop them down below. One of the things that I've recently learned while recrafting my business plan is that there are some things that you can control and there's some things you can't control. So control what you can control and let go of the things you cannot control. If I know by doing certain things a certain way and it's going to get my product on the first page, I'm doing it. Because as I mentioned, if I go to my dashboard, most of my sales are coming directly from Teachers Pay Teachers. So my goal is to get on that first page. See, here's the thing. If you are going to go into business for yourself, you have to realize that with any business, whether it is YouTube, whether it is Teachers Pay Teachers, Boom, having a blog, Etsy, any of these things, Teachers Pay Teachers is a long game. Yes, you can make fast money. And I made a video about a year ago. I'll put a picture of the thumbnail right there. And I've met many people who have made $50, $100 in their first months. I didn't make $50 until my fourth month. I made nothing in my first 2 months. But if you are really interested in making some serious money, you have to realize this is going to take some time. It needs time for people to see you and your store. You need to get yourself and your products visible. More so your products than you. Many successful TPT sellers have done it without social media. One of the things that you can look at is take a look at your dashboard and look to see where the majority of your sales are coming from. The majority of my sales are coming from TPT. And if they're coming from TPT, then I got to make sure that I'm SEO optimized, all those things. I don't even have to worry so much about social media. Focus on your store, your products, when you are first starting this business. And number 5, visibility is huge because, again, if you just create products and throw them up and expect people to find them amongst almost 6 million resources, good luck with that. But if your goal is to make something that, first of all, people are looking for, and you use the right words, you're going to get sales. You will, because people will see it. And if it's quality, they'll want it. You know, that perfect moment is when a buyer goes on, types something in, your product is there, it's exactly what they need, it's going to help them a lot, and the price is right, ka-ching, cha-ching. One of those, right? And here's one more question. Answer: do not do this alone. You do not have to build your Teachers Pay Teachers business alone. There are YouTube channels and videos that can help you. There are Facebook groups if you're looking for one. I have a Facebook group called Side Hustle Help for TPT and Boom. You're welcome to join us. There'll be a link down below. Just let me know. You just need to make sure you're answering the questions. And if you don't have a store yet, just write that down, that you have not started your store yet, and then we can let you in. But there are other TPT Facebook groups that can help you. You don't have to do this alone. In fact, when you start chatting in these different Facebook groups, you'll start seeing that your issues are the same as many other people's. So again, you do not have to do this alone. You do not have to be overwhelmed. You can do this. So I'm going to continue doing some basic TPT basics. I might be doing some fonts and clip art next. That's on my list to do. And I'm also going to do a video with PowerPoint again on creating some simple resources with PowerPoint. If there is a tutorial that you are interested in me doing for you, please write it down below. I am adding to my list, and sometimes it's just a matter of the timing on how long it takes to make them, but they will get done. I will do them. In the meantime, wherever you are in the world, I hope you and your family are staying safe, being healthy, and not losing hope. Keep the faith. And which way are they? This way? This way. And we'll catch you in the next videos. See ya.